With all the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. You're watching the BooneTV Buzz, Iowa's most watched high school news show.
Hello Boone High, and welcome back to the BooneTV Buzz.
With the school year well underway, we have all the latest news, sports, and entertainment to keep you up to date with all things Boone High.
Without further delay, let's get to this week's Buzz.
Every year, the Channel 13 sports team based out of Des Moines makes a week-long journey across the state in an RV.
They make this trip during the week that precedes the Iowa State football game.
This year, they made a stop in Boone. BooneTV's Emma Ellsworth took into action and has your report on RVTV.
Each year, the WHO Channel 13 sports team travels from town to town in an RV to create excitement for the annual Iowa versus Iowa State football game. This year, the city of Boone had the opportunity to host RVTV for one of its stops.
My family and I really enjoyed the free food. We did the rock wall. We saw Keith Murphy and all the Channel 13 people. It was just a fun experience to be with all the other Boonies.
Many people from the community came out in their Cyclone and Hawkeye gear to join in on the festivities, which included free food, inflatables, a rock wall, and several competitions.
They had a lot of free food and fun activities, and I climbed the rock wall. It was pretty fun.
A special part of the night was dedicated to Boone High Pep Rally. This rally included Torador Pep Band, drumline, and the cheerleaders to pump up the crowd.
Unlike every other pep rally, this is with the whole town, and it's really exciting because everyone's just having a good time.
The pep rally was highlighted by a mascot dance-off between Iowa State's Cy and Boone High's very own Victor.
This is really cool for the community. I think it brings a lot of people out, and it brings lots of people together. Obviously, you can see both sides here, and everybody's having a great time. I think it's wonderful for the community.
The night was capped off by Channel 13 doing 3 different live broadcasts from the RVTV on their 5, 6, and 10 p.m. newscasts. This has been Emma Ellsworth from BooneTV.
Every September, the city of Boone hosts their citywide festival, Pufferbilly Days. A big part of this celebration is the annual parade held on Saturday morning.
Every year, many BHS students are involved in different aspects of the parade. BooneTV's Brian Bigeman has more on this story.
It's that time of year again. The 41st annual Pufferbilly Days have came and went. The Pufferbilly Days are a chance to celebrate the Boone community's long and prideful railroad history. Like always, BHS participated in full. The parade is one of the main events at Pufferbilly Days. The BHS band may not have handed out candy, but they are involved in the parade almost every year. Senior tuba player Levi Patterson and band teacher Mr. Truckenmiller were 2 of the participants with the BHS band.
We prepared for the parade this year by marching a lot during band camp on the street, and we took a lot of class hours this year to prepare for it as well. The kids did wonderful. It was a full 2 miles, and we hadn't actually marched that much at one time, but they handled themselves very well and really made us proud.
I think we did really well this year. Truck did a good job of preparing us ahead of time and making sure we all knew what we were doing and how to do it before we got there. So I think we did really well.
While the parade is a big part of Pufferbilly Days, there are many things to get excited about, from vendors to buy from, and there's the carnival out there too. Junior Brody Titus talked about what he had fun doing at the carnival.
Well, my favorite ride has to be the Hammerhead. A really good adrenaline rush, and it's probably my most favorite ride here. It's just enjoying yourself while you can in the weekend.
Pufferbilly Days has many things for Boone High School students to get involved in. However, it's one of many things the Boone community has to offer students. Be sure you're looking out for more ways to get involved with your community. This has been Brian Bingaman from BooneTV.
Each year, the BHS Drama Department works hard at creating a musical for the community. The first part in this process is to host auditions.
BooneTV's Maggie Mueller stopped by the auditorium to find out more about this audition process and has your story.
Boone has several different extracurricular clubs and organizations, and theater is one of them. Here's the recap of the tryouts this past Monday and Tuesday.
When you come to auditions, you sing a song on stage, and then you do a bunch of cold reads of the script.
There are some new faces involved in play this year, including freshman Xander Reed.
I've been doing play since I was 9, so about 6 years. Well, there's this scene about halfway through the play where the 2 families are having dinner, and it's kind of where the plot kind of comes to its climax, and it's pretty intense, and that's a really fun part.
There are also a lot of veterans coming back to perform, such as Caitlin Melhouse.
I've been in plays since about 9th grade when I was cast as Enid Hoops in Legally Blonde, so it's just gone from there. Whether you're backstage, on stage, techie, or actor, everyone's just a lot of fun to be around, and we have a lot of fun together, and we're kind of crazy, but it's still really great.
Everyone in this year's musical is excited for show night to show off their talent.
People should come and see the Addams Family because I know we will have an awesome cast. Our Wizard of Oz performance last year was incredible, and I'm hoping that the Addams Family will be just as incredible, if not even better.
Watch out for the Addams Family, the musical, November 3rd and 4th. This has been Maggie Muller from BooneTV.
Every year, the Spanish Club has a fundraiser to help support their needs throughout the year.
BooneTV's Quentin Wilson has more on this fundraiser.
The annual Spanish Club fundraiser is starting this Friday, September 15th, and goes until the 23rd of next week. The fundraiser will help pay for many of the activities that the Spanish Club participates in.
Okay, so in Spanish Club, in past years, we've done a lot of different activities. One of our favorite is that we have a Dia de los Muertos party. We take students to La Carreta in May, and we've done movie nights over at the Boone Theater. This year, that's one of the things that we do want to try to do is take kids to see Ferdinand the Bull and maybe Coco. We have some other items that we want to talk about too and that we've got planned.
The fundraiser consists of a Christmas catalog filled with gift ideas, candies, and much more.
And I think it's kind of unique in that we get 50% of all of the profit, so it's a good fundraiser for us.
The student body can help by seeing Mrs. Anderson in room 2210 and picking up a Christmas catalog.
If everybody sold 1 or 2 items, that would help tremendously give us the money that we need to buy things for the party, to maybe buy the entrance tickets to the movie. One of the things some seniors brought up to me the other day is they liked the idea last year we wanted to do a Day of the Dead or a dance, kind of like a costume ball. We need money to be able to do that, so it can help just by participating.
This has been Quentin Wilson from BooneTV.
The high school has a fresh face in the Spanish department this year. A Boone High graduate has returned to BHS in the role of Spanish teacher.
BooneTV's Catherine Pollard has more on this first-year teacher, Mrs. Pritchard.
A new year at Boone High brings new students, faculty, and traditions. One new teacher is Mrs. Pritchard, who recently joined our Spanish department. She is a University of Northern Iowa graduate who has 2 majors, one in graphic design and the other in Spanish education.
After I studied abroad in Spain, I really loved Spanish and didn't know what to do with a whole Spanish major. So I thought about the educational route, and then after getting in schools and working with kids, I knew that was where I wanted to be. I think it kind of specifically hit home. I remember I was with my sister, she teaches in Denver, and she had a little 3rd grade boy who didn't speak any English, and he was so excited when I could speak Spanish, and I wanted to help him, and I was interested in him, and that's kind of what made me think, like, this is pretty cool.
Mrs. Pritchard likes to create lessons that allow her students to explore their personal interests. It's important to her that her students have some options regarding what they do in class.
She plays a lot of games in class, and she teaches you pretty well.
She's young, so she keeps the class upbeat.
Mrs. Pritchard has been a teacher for 8 years at schools of all sizes, and she puts a lot of emphasis on building relationships and getting to know her students.
Just getting to know the students better and making those relationships with kids and getting to know the staff and becoming a part of the community again.
This has been Catherine Pollard from BooneTV.
On September 8th, the Toreador football team took to the gridiron looking to start the season 3-0 and keep climbing up the top 10 rankings.
BooneTV sports reporter Jimmy Bousted has more on your game and has your recap.
This past Friday night, the Toreadors went head-to-head with the Iowa Fall Cadets to pick up their 3rd win of the season. The game started off slowly as both teams were unable to find the end zone. Late in the second quarter, the Toreadors were finally able to score with a quick pass from Mason Olds to John Herrick over the middle. With little time left in the second, the Toreadors struck again with Holtz finding Tyler Cristati in the corner of the end zone, giving the Toreadors a 14-point lead at the end of the half. Boone kept the momentum going as they scored early in the third quarter as Holst found his way around the outside, diving in to put Boone up by 21. Not slowing down at all, Boone marched their way down the field, allowing Holst to find Herrick with a quick pass over the middle, putting Boone up by 28. Off the snap, Holst bobbled the ball in the backfield, but was still able to find Herrick for a touchdown, putting the score at 35-0. With time running down, junior Jake Lewis powered in for one more touchdown, ending the game at Boone 42, Bondurant 0. Coming off this win, Coach Cummings is still hoping to improve and prepare for the upcoming game.
We have a lot of mistakes we have to correct. We had a record number of penalties where we jumped off sides tonight, and we had several other penalties that were just being lazy penalties. That's what we have to correct. We can't beat the best teams in our district making those kind of mistakes.
Next week, Boone takes on the 1-2 Perry Blue Jays at home. This has been Jimmy Bowstead from BooneTV Sports.
Last Monday, the Boone High Cross Country team traveled to Ballard to take on not just the other teams, but the course.
BooneTV's Gage Weiskup has how they fared in this uphill battle.
This past Monday night, the Boone girls and boys cross country teams traveled to Huxley for the Ballard cross country meet, which included over 20 different teams. Boone girls started off strong with senior Hannah Eppert leading the Boone squad with a time of 23 minutes, 52 seconds. Freshman Sophia Rose was next to finish for Boone with a time of 25 minutes and 44 seconds. The team placed 21st out of 22 teams. Hannah Eppert was pleased with her time, but knows there was room for improvement.
I'm improving still, but still not quite where I want to be at, so I did all right.
During the boys' race, senior Caleb Cobbs finished with an astonishing time of 17 minutes and 18 seconds, placing 7th out of 158. Not far behind, freshman Parker Newcomb finishing with a time of 19 minutes and 11 seconds. Caleb Cobbs elaborated more on this challenging course.
Yeah, I think the first mile it wasn't too hard. The pace was fast, but once the second mile, third mile kind of hit, I got really hot, and the last hill really kind of hit me hard before the home stretch.
Boone's next meet will be September 18th at Humboldt. This has been Gage Weiskup from BooneTV.
Thank you for joining us for this week's news show. We will be back next week with all the latest buzz at BHS.
In the meantime, please head over to BooneTV.com to check out all of our latest videos and written stories. While there, don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And now, from all of us at BooneTV, make sure that you stay safe,
stay cool,
and have a great week, Boone High.